Whoa. Hello, I'm live. I hope. Because StreamYard, well, I'm pretty sure it'll still stream, but StreamYard, because it's in its name, then again, there are lots of companies who don't do what's in their name, isn't there? List them in the comments, please. What is the best example of a company that doesn't live up to their name? Anyway, StreamYard is apparently streaming, but I think, briefly, when I just started this, it popped up with a message saying that I'm out of space. So presumably that's online, cloudy space. So it's not very cloudy today. In fact, it's sunny. There's no cloud left. So anyway, hi everyone. Hey, 50 Hertz, Zen Wizard Studios, Woody Black, Dom Tom, Caitlin, Kezi, Dom Tom, Amir, Bob. It's in Newcastle. It's still 1974 and we're all drunk, says Bob in Newcastle. Is that Newcastle here in Sydney, or is that Newcastle in the old dart? Because Australia has, especially Sydney, especially New South Wales, has lots of names of places in the old dart. In fact, I don't think there's a single place in the old dart that doesn't have a recycled name here. Ian Scott Johnson's in the house. He's got a beer. Glorious 55-inch TV. Did you get it out of the dumpster? I found 65 inches in the dumpster. Phil's got it now. If you remember Phil, my patent attorney brother-in-law, he's got it. He's got my 65-inch dumpster TV. Hey, Philip, Antonio, and Andrew. He's in the old dart. So I'm caught up now. Hello from Montenegro, ex-Yugoslavia. Really? Did Yugoslavia? I did. Yeah. I can't keep up with these European countries that change their name all the time. Every 30 years or something, you know, they change their name. It's hard to keep up. Kit asks, what's with the pick and place machine, the light placer? Never finished it. It's still in a box down in the down in the bunker. Yeah, it's just well, there was, but somebody bought it. There was a pick and place machine on eBay. I was going to ask this last week. Should I buy it? There was a pick and place machine on eBay. It was a Neoden. I don't know what model Neoden, but it was a Neoden, and it had like 28 feeders, so a decent, like, you know, and it was $4,000. It was $4,000 Australian, and it came with a free microscope. And I was very tempted, but it was right up in Queensland, so like, oh yeah, not easy to get, not easy or cheap to get. So and it was pickup only, so like they wouldn't arrange shipping for you. So you'd have to either arrange shipping or you'd have to hire a truck and drive all the way halfway up the country. This is like the equivalent of Florida to New York or something, right? Drive all that way. And, yeah, Nikola Tesla. Somebody says. Hey, Marco from Rome. David McDonald, King of Projects. There's a name. You have to live up to that. It's from Kentucky. Is the scope repaired? Yes. Well, yes. Both these two. YouTubers never get this right, okay? You would think, being a professional YouTuber, after 12 years, well 10 years, 11 years full time, I would figure out which finger to point, right? YouTubers never get it. I don't know a single YouTuber who gets it right every single time. Because you forget, you know, if you've flipped the screen or if you haven't, or if you're doing, you know, it's like, yeah. So anyway, yeah, both of these are repairs. And I thought I would, people keep asking about them, so I thought I'd leave them on. So if you see this CRT collapse, go, if you see that collapse, or you see and or hear, well, I'll most likely hear it because I'm very close to it. If you see this reset, this Keithley 2400, if you haven't seen this video, you're obviously not a patron or a supporter, and it's on my second channel. It's a secret video. Maybe someone who's got access to it can post the link to the secret video. on the second channel of this thing. I caught the bastard. I was using it. I was damn well using it too, right? I was using it to do some real measurements. I left it on overnight so it can warm up and everything. Come in the next day, start doing some measurements. And yeah, and the damn thing, I was, after doing some, it works fine. And then I was sitting there and I was sitting at the computer and I was hearing this click, 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 click. And I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. And I had to, like, half an hour went by and it was doing it a few times. And I finally saw in the corner of my eye, this damn thing reset. It was resetting on me. Bastard. So I got two things that, and then I took it apart, right? So I shot a video of it and I was able to capture it. And it hasn't done it since. It has not done it since. No, it did it once with the lid off. It did it once with the lid off, and that's it. Hasn't done it since. So if you see it reset, tell me. Scream R in the comments. R in the comments for reset, or, you know, or F in the comments. F in the comments. Fail in the comments if you see either of these instruments fail. Yeah, people keep asking me. You should hire a truck and film the drive. Yeah, unfortunately somebody bought it, so it isn't available anymore. But like, I probably should have spent the but then, like, I'd never do I'd do a couple of videos on it to start with, and then it'd just sit in the corner, because there's such a massive time sink pick and place machines. Jim French from the Yankee Outback in Arizona. And yeah, Ian says any pick and place is a rabbit hole. Yeah, but would be great viewing. Yeah, but there's lots of channels doing pick and place content. Like, you know, there's so many now. I'd be like a Me Too. Well, you know what I mean. You know, not a Me Too, but Me Too. Whatever. No, yes, I still have my Hyundai Ioniq. Yes, it's fantastic. And no, there aren't any battery issues. But I was going to check. Can somebody do a fact check, please? Real-time Google fact check. While we talk, is the Australian Hyundai Ioniq recall still happening? Because there was a big announcement. Oh, yeah, we're going to eventually recall the Ioniqs here in Australia. And I assumed that... they would contact me, right? Because I bought it through an official, like one of the major dealers in the country. I assumed they would contact me. And when that started happening, I started not using the battery. Like, I started charging my Hyundai up to like 90 or 100%, like, for a while. And then I realized maybe this thing's not happening, you know, because I thought, might as well just flog the ass out of the battery, right? Before it gets replaced for free. And it's never happened. This was like a year ago. This was like only like 2 months after I bought it or something. And yeah, so it's like a year ago now. It's more than a year ago. Can somebody give me a fact check on that? Just ordered the Art of Electronics on eBay. Uh-oh, make sure it's not a fakie. The scope's been running since just before the show. So it's been running like 20 minutes now or something. Thank you, Zach Frost. Thank you. Happy Friday. It's Saturday here. Just saying. It's a big planet, but thank you. Go towards my lunch today. I have decided I'm having the burger and chips. Damn it. Damn it. Got a hankering for burger and chips today. F. Oh no, people are going to troll me now. People are going to troll me. Did it actually fail? Did it actually fail? Did something reset? Or is somebody pulling my leg? Alan's from Edinburgh, Scotland. Pick and drop is more fun. Pick and place only makes sense in high volume. Yeah, prototypes are more exciting. Yeah, I started a project to convert a 3D printer that's shelled and to focus on one-offs. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, like I could manufacture my microcurrents or another small run product or something with it, but I like, oh man, Yeah, it'd suck my life away. I already spend enough time packing and shipping and doing the business side of actually having a store and stuff. Yeah, well, yeah, so, yeah. Would I get a full refund on what? Yeah, I know. I didn't have time to set it up. I need like like the ABC pattern or something on the scope. But you know, we've got, look, it's got a dot going across. You'll definitely see it if it collapses. So I'm doing some screen burning at the moment. It's practically a brand new scope. It's got no burning. It's got no dust. It's got no nothing. I don't think it was ever used. It's incredible. Yeah, how caught up am I? Yeah, all right. Yeah, there we go. I'm caught up now. To the chats. Yeah, chips are fries. Yes. Yes. For you Yanks out there, or anyone else who calls them fries. Yes, hot chips. Hot chips, as we call them here. Because here chips can be either hot chips or your potato chips, as you would call them over in America, I think, which is your packet actual potato chips. Like here it's Smith's, right? Smith's brand chips are the big potato chip. I've got a packet here. I could show you. Can't wait for Ottawa to be normal again. Hong Kong. Hong Kong. Well, it's simple. It's very simple. It could go back. All it takes is one word or two words, a letter and a word from the Prime Minister, and it's all over. I resign. All over. It's all over. It was very good, Amir, the Mongolian chicken from last week. You're in the armpit of America, Boris. Where's the armpit of America? Yes, Anuj, if you've... Oh, I don't have it here. I didn't bring it. It's still at the bunker, but I posted a photo on my Twitter of a fake copy of The Art of Electronics versus, and then I've got a legit one here. I've got two legit copies here, I think. Yeah, if you look on my Twitter, I posted a photo. All the pages have gone yellow, all the edges of the pages and stuff. Or they've got multicolors. Yeah, Ian's, yeah, I don't have the volume. Well, maybe I've got the volume if I manufactured my microcurrent again, but like, I don't, like, it cost me like $5 a board, right? It cost me $5. I think it's $5 last I did. I haven't done it for a while now. That's why I got my wrong finger again. That's why I got my Keithley 2400 out. I've got a whole bunch of microcurrents. Got a whole box of them. And I was going to like test them all because they're all like failed ones that didn't pass testing and stuff. So I thought I'd retest them and recheck them. And yeah. And it's just like it cost me $5 a board for a local company, and this supports disabled workers as well. They hired disabled workers, right? Which I think is great. And so to manufacture, test, and pack, manufacture, test, and pack my microcurrent is only $5 a board, right? It's got to cost me more than that in my own time. I don't care how streamlined my process is. I don't think it's worth it. What is it? There's 10 microcurrents per panel, and just that, like, I can't see how it's worth my time. I can't. I'm better off paying $5 to a local company, and of course I could get that even cheaper if you did go to China. You can get it even cheaper, right? To manufacture, and test and pack as well. Manufacture, test, and pack, and cut up. And they cut them out of the panels and they test them. They test them on the panels. They cut them out. They wrap them up. And they do no. And they have to be assembled. It's not just pick and place. Like you have to, like it has screw-in nut binding posts as well. Like it's not like there's and they did all that for $5 a board. There's just no reason for me to do it myself. None. I can't. Crisps. Crisps in the US. Right, yes, crisps. Crisps, yeah. Here they're called just chips. If you know, it like here, if you say chips, you know, it could mean either. It depends on the context of where you are. So if the kid said, "Oh, I'd really like some chips," and you know that you're near a fish and chip shop or something, then you know they're talking about hot chips. But if you're near Coles or something, or a petrol station, old school petrol station, which I don't go to anymore, or rarely, then yeah, then you know you're talking about the packet chips, right? Yeah. Good luck forcing the truckers out. Oh yeah, did anyone fish and chips in Australia are awesome. They're cleaning out the protesters now. Good luck. That looked like a motorcycle helmet. Nah, yeah, it does look like a motorcycle helmet, doesn't it? Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, it's a mantis. Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, the pages weren't even square. Yeah, if you buy it, don't buy a rip-off copy of The Art of Electronics. You mean, why am I not streaming on Rumble? Tricky. Is that what you're asking? Not stream. I don't know. I just never thought about it. I'm only recently on Rumble. I don't use Rumble. I don't know if anyone views my video. Oh no, I'm up to 5,000 rumbles or whatever. I don't know. No, I've not decided on the Faxitron, Rory. Yes, if you got an old version, I highly recommend the 3rd edition. It's very good. Yeah, look, yeah, if the pick and place machine fails, yeah, like there's so many things, like, and you just have to massage the things like all the time, and it's just for $5 a board, it's not worth it. Like, you know, it'd make for some nice videos mucking around if you got time to do it, and for some people who have a niche requirement, sure, they're fantastic, but I don't think they're for me. But yeah, I was tempted at $4,000 with 28 feeders. Shit, you know. No, I do not see an end to the chip shortage. Not in the foreseeable future. No, I don't see it. If you're betting on it going back to normal, I wouldn't. You know, if you're talking a time frame of years, yes, but I can't see it getting fixed this year. Let's put it that way. I open everything, Frank. If you send it in to the mailbag, I open everything. Because I don't know what's in there until I open it. No, if you send it into the mailbag, I open absolutely everything. So, of course, I will talk about it. Actually, Frank, what's probably better, send me an email with the files. I can't guarantee that I'll make a video of it. In fact, odds are I probably won't. But I've done this before where I've reviewed PCBs and people kind of liked the idea of, people liked those videos of me reviewing people's PCB designs. So if you send me the files in whatever package you use, I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, send me the original files, send me the original CAD files, and I can have a squiz. It doesn't mean I'll do a video. If I find something interesting in the layout that I can talk about, then it's probably worthy of a video. So yeah. Yeah, so send me, you don't have to physically send me one. In fact, it's better if you just send me the PCB files. But if you do want, like, if you're selling these, of course, send them into the mailbag and then I can link to your site or whatever, so. Yeah, I still haven't read all of the I still haven't read all of the 3rd edition and the X chapters. I haven't sat down and, like, you know, I've skimmed through quite a few places here and there, and it's really good. Yeah, at $5 a board, you'd let them do it too, and that's $5 Australian, right? And the money goes towards helping higher disabled and intellectually impaired workers as well. Like, as far as I'm concerned, it's a no-brainer, right? Oh, dream teardown. I don't know. I don't know. Haven't got one. Sorry. I know it's boring. No, I would always create the panel yourself. Oh, if you have no special, if you got no special requirements, yeah, but is the answer. Yeah, but should be a word. Yeah, but single word. Yeah, but. As we like to do here in Australia, we slur our words together. If you don't know, the further inland you go, the further inland in Australia you go, the more people slur their words together. Yeah, but. And you know, mate, is all one word. If you don't know what I said, that's how are you going, mate? How you going, mate? You know, it's all one word. How you going, mate? Yep. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Let me catch up on the comments. Sorry, I think I'm still seeing that Rumble streaming comment. I answered that, didn't I? No, I didn't see a response. Oh, hide current comment. Boom. Kilobit, megabit, yeah, but. I like it. I like it. No, I don't have a flux capacitor in my lab. But I do have parts of the original DeLorean here. If you don't believe me, signed by Bob Gale. Focus, you bastard. There you go. They are parts from the original screen-used A-car DeLorean. Signed by Bob Gale, 128, number 128. I was hoping for, you know, everyone was hoping for 88. Everyone was hoping for number 88. I'm sure somebody kept that, number 88. But yeah, I own parts of the original DeLorean car because they actually restored it, and obviously, like, they pulled out a seat, right? So it's part of the seat. I don't know, that would be from, I don't know, a manifold or something. I don't know, my car things. I don't know. I don't know what that's from. That's, no, yeah, that'd be like, that's another, that looks like another, like, leather console or something, you know, some sort of leathery kind of thing. Yeah, these are parts from the screen-used DeLorean. The actual one, the hero car. Oh, come on. We can get DEFPOM over 20,000 subs. Come on, 12 people. Go and subscribe to DEFPOM right now. Seriously, he does repair videos. If you're into repair, go and sub to DEFPOM. I don't know, is that a thing? Yeah, it's a Bobby Dazzler. I agree. NE555. What do you think about the new generation trying to avoid the usual jobs, especially in engineering? Are they? Is that a thing? Have you got a link? Like, is there, maybe I can talk about it. Maybe we can do a blab video. Is there a link to like an article where, I don't know, or is this just the vibe? Is this just the vibe you have that young kids don't want to get into engineering? I think there's more reason to get into engineering these days. Or like, you know, you get your bunch of bloody idiots going into bloody, you know, African gender studies or something, right? They'll never be unemployable, and they'll never be employable. But you know, I don't know. Is it dropping? Can anyone else confirm? Anyone else confirm? Michael J. Fox's scrotum has touched that part. Yeah. I think I've done power supply noise. I've done a video on how to measure noise. I've also, oh yeah, that was sad. Yeah, Ivan Reitman, rip Ivan Reitman. That was all of a sudden, because the last I saw him, he was at the premiere. You know, he was giving interviews and he was at the premiere of Ghostbusters Afterlife, and then boom, all of a sudden. Yeah, so I think that was a pretty sudden thing. No, the running scope is not part of a decoration. It's a science experiment. Got to use Back to the Future thing. It's no, we're seeing if it fails. So if this fails or if this fails, press F in the chat. And don't troll me, you bastards. I think someone tried to troll me before. Oh, Paul Daniels is in the house again, is he? Hang on, I've got to catch up. Boop, 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 boop. No, I did a no, I mentioned that. Where did I mention this? I did an interview on or a hangout on Phil's lab. So it'll be up on his channel soon. He actually recorded it. So like we just hung out for like an hour or so. And where we talked about channels and YouTube and all that sort of stuff. And I mentioned it. Where else did I mention it? Did I mention it in a recent video? Someone help me out. I'm sure I've got a strong memory that I mentioned it just like in the last couple of weeks in a video somewhere. Yes, I remember. My short-term memory is still intact. Yeah, it was the video. I did a blab video on the playlist thing, and I talked about my having separate channels and stuff and how everyone voted against it. So go and watch that. Go and watch the latest EEVblog video. Hey peeps. Holy moly, I just removed 3 leaking batteries of 4 40-year-old RAM expansions for the Amiga 500. One didn't really leak, one was leaking about an inch, and one leaked through all the layers. Oh, as in all the layers of the battery? Oh, no, because it's in a battery compartment, right? Yeah, because I was just looking at this the other day. I was down in the bunker and I looked at the BBC Micro that I had, and then I remember, oh, could I repair that? And then I looked at my video, my teardown video for it. Oh my God. Oh, that's the most horrific. If you want to see horrific battery leakage onto a PCB, oh my goodness. This BBC, search for my, I think it's the ARM. Is it the world's first ARM microcontroller? If you search my channel, world's first ARM microcontroller teardown or something. Oh. So I re-watched my own video to see how much corrosion there was, because I got a memory that there was actually corrosion in. Oh my God, no! Not going to even attempt to repair that. My goodness, yeah, it just ate down into all the layers of the PCB and just, oh man, started etching the copper away. Yeah, they still make reefer capacitors. Yep, they still make them. We talked about it on the latest amp hour episode, or a few amp hour episodes ago. If you don't have any marketable skills, you go into politics, or you go into gender studies. Yep. You become one of those woke managers at one of the big companies, because they think that they need somebody to, you know. Unbelievable. Oh, you got a dual degree, engineering and gender studies. Oh well, ding-a-ling. Yes, this is live, Bart. Yes, look, I'll prove it. This is live. What? They quelched the protest, did they? I can't believe that man is still has a job. I can't believe his party didn't throw him out. Yes, I do have a hotline to Ben Heck. We talk all the time. I've still got that spin. I've still got that spinny thing. I've still got. He sent it to me. I've still got it. I've still got it. Play asteroids on the scope. Yeah. I thought about. Is it tube time? Tube time in the US. Tube time here. He did a project that you could play Vectrex, that simulated the old Vectrex arcade games on your scope. So yeah, I thought about getting one. Yeah, that'd be cool. You'd love to see me interview Mr. Carlson. Or maybe we could have Mr. Carlson on the Amp Hour, maybe. Better catch up on the chat. And ICBM teardown, that'd be great. I'd love to own an ICBM bunker. If I was in the US, I'd totally buy like an old abandoned ICBM silo. Totally. What do I think about PCB Way? They have spammed my forum before. They have set up soccer puppet accounts on my forum before. So yeah, I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. And they also have paid to advertise on my forum before, and I still bag them. Like, it's just, I don't know, Chinese companies are all the same. They, seriously, like, unbelievable. Do you know how many Chinese PCB companies try and spam and sock puppet the forum? It's endless. It is endless. It's unbelievable. You have no idea how many. I'm talking hundreds of companies. Hundreds. We need more product reviews, like in the good old days. Like in the good old days. Product reviews. It requires my enthusiasm to be up there. Amigas would be close to 40 years old. No, 30. Amigas are 30 years old, aren't they? Yeah, the Acorn computer. That's it. Yeah, search for the Acorn. Yeah, search for the Acorn. It didn't use the world's first ARM processor. Is that the one? It was the BBC Acorn. It used like literally the world's first ARM processor. Of course the MicroB worked fine after 40 years. Oh, a big 56K jobby. Nice. Always wondered MicroB. Never got one. I don't know about a Hamatech power supply. I have no idea. Hanmatech. Sounds like they're just a rebadger for somebody else. They're just slapping their name on someone else's thing. Don't know. Yeah, the Acorn Archimedes A3000. That's it. Yep. There you go. 507. Geez, that's a long title. Usually I don't do titles that long because they wrap. Because they don't format properly on certain things. So, yeah. Would you people buy parts from just random person and not mouse a Digikey? At the moment, people are desperate. They'll buy from anyone. They are desperate. But generally, no. People aren't going to buy from eBay. Unless it's some like old obscure part. No. Generally, people wouldn't. Although, I would... no, you can still make a niche business doing that, so I'm not going to tell you no. So... Thank you, Control Man. Paul Daniels, I thought gender studies was now 30% of all degrees. Is that real? No, it's not, surely. Or some variation of it. That can't be true, but but it's funny. No, I have not played with the Analog Discovery Pro. Nope. No, I haven't played with it. Yeah, it looks kind of coolish. The cool thing about the Analog Discovery is the software. They've done really well. How many lux in the lab now? Older videos look much darker. No, no, technically I've got less light now, because I used to have 60 watt panels, and I replaced them with 40 watt panels. So technically I've got less light now if I turn them all on. I've got my remote control. So if I turn them all on, you know, here we go. Right, I'll start from here, right? I've turned this one on here, right? So this one has just to light up this area. There's one in front of my face as well, or the side of my face. Then I can light up the next slot. Then I can light up there, and then I can light up all that, right? So it depends on which part of the benches I'm working on. Generally, if I'm shooting just a main video, I've only got those three down there, and yeah, they're 40 watt. I think they're 40 watt panels. I used to have 60 watt, but yeah, but I replaced them with 40 watts because these are like special high CRI, low glare ones, right? So, and they're a specific color temperature, high CRI, so they're better lights. I just don't have as many of them to make up the equivalent to 60 watts. I've got the same space, so yeah. So technically, I've lost, yeah, quite a bit of light. But it depends on what aperture I shoot at, you see, as well. And I'm thinking about changing my matte from this old bluey color to the grey color that I've got here, because that exposes better. Yeah, so I can, ooh. See, that turned off the light beside me here, which is in front if I'm shooting this camera here. If I'm using my Tagana, I've got a camera right in front of me, and boom. Can turn that on. It lights me up. So, yeah. Better catch up, I guess, in the chat. Really? That's bullshit. I'm not saying you're lying. I mean, that's fuck that. Why? Why are you putting up with it? It's because people did not fight back, right? And this is the world you have to live in now. Sorry to hear that. That sucks ass, right? But you have to fight back against tyranny like that. No, fuck off. It's like, yeah, no. You need your green pass to go somewhere. Fuck off. Unbelievable. Yep. Sorry to all my Italian viewers who have to live through that shit. And people thought Australia was the most authoritarian country in the world, right? We were, like 6 months ago, we were the, you know, we were the laughing stock of the world. Not anymore. Of course, 8-Bit Guy has released a video on the Amiga 1000. Oh, they just released a video on the Amiga 1. I'm surprised he hasn't done one before. I do enjoy the 8-Bit Guy. He built his new studio. out his backyard. I watched him do the build. Wasn't it the MicroB that required the drop fix for some of his boards to get socketed chips to reseat? Not that I'm aware of, but that was definitely true for the Apple III. The Apple III, because I know my computer history. The Apple III, yeah, they famously asked people to, you know, if you phoned up and said, my Apple III doesn't work. Well, sir, take it, lift it 1 foot off the bench or a couple inches off the bench and drop it. to reseat the chips in the socket. Seriously, that was a thing. There you go. There you go. Oh, sorry, I didn't check the Odyssey people. Share screen. Oh, I accidentally typed 2 because that was my keyboard, but there you go. Yep, that time Apple told Apple III customers to drop their machines. Apple really advise customers to lift a drop Apple computer to fix it? Fact. Yep. So anyway, yeah. Sorry, Odyssey viewers. Oh, I will. So I don't know if that I didn't hear about that for the MicroB. Sorry, I'm just going to my channel. Sorry, that's my compulsive yawn. Yep, stream in progress, 41 minutes. Oh wow, there's a lot of chat. Yes, Apollo, I made a new endpoint that is no longer named test on Odyssey. Sorry, I'm reading my Odyssey comments. Yep. You think the open source pick and place machines are worth anything? Like I said, yeah, depends on if you've got a niche need for it, then sure. But I don't think I'd get an open plate, like if you're serious and you really need it, just like pony up the money. I reckon pony up the money and buy a commercial one. Time is money, right? So unless you do it, unless you just got so much interest to do it as a hobby, I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't bother with an open source pick and place machine to dick around with it. Yeah, I know there's people out there who have made them work and they swear by them and they're great, etc., etc. But I think you're guaranteed to have problems with it. Guaranteed. Like, it just, yeah, honk honk. 20 years ago, even 10 years ago, the internet was a great place, free of any of this bullshit. It was just bullshit of a different kind, I guess. Oh, Live Leak. Wow, I never used Live Leak. Did that fail, did it? Leaked Reality just didn't function. Yeah, there's somebody on Odyssey and YouTube. He just released part 2 where he tries out every single platform out there, and it's quite funny. Exilib, I think his name is. No. Exeref. Exeref. If you look up his channel, I think it's Exeref. If you look up his channel, he's done 2-part video comparing all the different platforms, and it's quite funny. Highly recommend. I tweeted it one time. No, I don't think Odyssey's going to go full YouTube. You never go full YouTube. Yeah. Geez, see, there's a lot of chat. There's a lot of people use my Odyssey. I've got 65,000 subscribers on Odyssey. And a lot of people are there. So, yep. Thank you, Odyssey people, but it just doesn't come through on my main chat here. They're working on integration with StreamYard, so it'll happen. It'll happen one day. No, Mark, I haven't done any dumpster videos lately because there's nothing there. If you follow me on Twitter, I post, well, I've actually got a couple of dumpster photos to show, but there's nothing there. There's no more computers. There's no interesting shit at all. It's just this whole COVID thing is just, keyword, demonetized, yeah, it's just, I don't know. Companies aren't tossing out computers anymore. No. Well, sorry, Amir. If you want more scope repair, I can only repair something. Ha! I got my finger right this time. Got it right. If it hasn't failed, I can't fix it. Everything's well. Thank you, Michael, on Facebook. Okay, got to catch up on the chat again. Too many people wore masks when they should have refused to. Yeah, that was the thin edge of the wedge, I guess, in many places. Our mask mandate ends this week. No, the 28th. So what is it today? The 19th. Right. So I think there's another week-ish left for the mask mandates, but people aren't wearing them anymore. Like you go to the shopping centre and people have well, no, the majority still wear them, but I'm seeing 20% at least not wearing it, whereas 3 months ago it was almost 100% compliance. Now it's like, no. People are just going, no, fuck this shit. Like, what? If mandate's ending in a week's time, what difference does it make if I stop wearing it now versus a week's time? It's just dumb. It's just fucking dumb. Yes, we're allowed. Yes, as of yesterday, Australians are now allowed to sing and dance, but only if you're not at a concert. If you're at a concert, you cannot sing and dance for another week. I kid you not. Look at the tweet I posted last night, I think, on this, right? I posted New South Wales Health's latest update. You can sing and dance again. But if you go to a music festival, you cannot, a music festival. You cannot sing and dance at a music festival for another week. Only then can you sing and dance because the science says so. Oh, fuck off. Like, fuck off. How do they expect anyone to take them seriously anymore? They've lost all credibility. They've lost all credibility. Seriously. Almost every health department in every country in the world has lost all credibility. Why anyone believes them anymore is just beyond me. I don't, like, too bad. Yeah, and they may be right, okay? But too bad. You've blown it. You've blown all your credibility. You've just blown it all. Like, yeah, why should anyone believe you ever again? Unbelievable. And I'm not saying don't believe your local health authority, but, seriously, you can't tell me that they've lost credibility in the eyes of the general public. It's just, what the fuck are you talking about? I thought you were a man of science. Right. Says the guy who's got the alien guy in his logo, right? Come on. You're taking the fucking piss, right? You're taking the piss. I don't know what you're referring to anyway. I don't know. You were talking about Rumble before. Is it because I'm on Rumble? Oh, far right, conspiracy nuts. Oh, only the alt-right Nazis are on there. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Is that what it's about? Because you were asking me about Rumble before? I betcha. Or is it about something else? Is it about the truckers, this is about the lockdowns, this is about the masks. Yes, real science promotes discussion, indeed. It's not shutting people down. It's not locking, you know, it's not banning people. Too bad. You want to live in a free society? You have to allow people to, especially credentialed people, you know, I'm talking the Joe Rogan thing here, especially the credentialed people, even if they're wrong, you have to let them talk. Huh? Can't just shut them down. And then bitch about, oh, follow the science. No, fuck off. How many times am I going to tell people to F off on this stream? Seriously, it's just getting ridiculous. Work is booking 10 Downing Street for this year's Christmas party. Awesome. Everyone should book it. That's great. That's great. Oh, I could tell you what I'd really think, but then I'd get shut down. Seriously, I would get banned from YouTube. I'm not even kidding, right? There was a good chance I get banned from YouTube. Seriously, there are some things I cannot say on YouTube. There are some things I cannot. I'd be able to say it on Odyssey, right? Or somewhere else. But there are some things I cannot say on YouTube, right? In fact, I might even be already skirting the limits of what YouTube will allow on their platform, right? No, I didn't see that. Facebook, it's all devolved into politics again. Of course it does. Do you see Facebook censoring? No, I didn't see that, but that doesn't surprise me. Everyone just gets censored these days. Everyone. It's just unbelievable. I'm going into the boomer rage, old man yelling at cloud vibe. Not saying some of what you're saying is wrong though. Yeah, no, but the older you get, seriously, the older you get, the more bullshit you see, right? And the more and the bigger vision you have of where things can lead. Okay, it's like, you know, if you're young and 20 and you got pink hair and you're screaming on freaking Twitter and you've got your blue check mark, okay, you don't know jack shit. Right, you don't know where stuff can lead, and yeah, yep, and it's not good. Oh yeah, Turdo's done. Yeah, you calling him Turdo? Yeah, he's done. He's done. Yeah, that guy cannot survive. He cannot survive. Yeah, he's going to get booted out. There's no doubt. Thank you, Zoc. I could do the... Jody says I could do the Apple III drop treatment for that scope. Yeah, yeah. I tried some percussive maintenance on, will I get the right side? Percussive maintenance on my 2400 here, and it didn't do anything. I think I did some bangs on the, I think I did some percussive maintenance on the scope, and it's just... So I've got two items that I'd love to do a repair video on, but I can't because they haven't failed, right? And the 2400 here, that would be a bitch to work on. That looks difficult to get to the bottom board, down to the power supply and everything else. It looks, oh, it doesn't look fun, and the scope is not fun to work on either. You know, like, well, you can't work on it. You almost can't work on it live, like while it's powered up, because, you know, you'd have to take out all the boards, solder all your probes on, and then put it all back together, and then, you know, get your probes out. And oh, it's just, man, it's messy business, you know. Yeah. Someone agrees with me. Thank you, FEVblog. FVEblog. Yeah, yeah, I would. Yeah, I'd be saying the same thing, Vintage Hillbilly. Like they've lost all credibility. So I would only, at best, I would only believe half of what you hear from the health authorities now. Seriously, because they've lost so much credibility. I would only believe half as just a matter of course. And you don't know what half to believe. I've got no idea on that. But yeah, like governments and the health authorities, I would only believe half of what they say. I'm just, no. I'd go and look at the data myself and interpret it myself, and it's like, no, I won't believe what they say publicly. It's just, man. Dave tells everyone to fuck off. Yeah. Time for some jumps? Dave Paul Jones, what does that mean? What's your problem, Tricky? What is your problem? You've got TF, are you talking? What? I don't know what your problem is, dude. Catalan, thank you. James Webb Telescope is alive, is it? I saw that it took its first image, which was 14. They pointed it at a star with no other stars around it, and they got 14. They expected 14 different images, and they got 14 different images because the mirrors aren't micro aligned yet. Yeah, it's great. And yeah, so I don't, like, I can understand the alignment thing, but I don't really understand the focus thing. Like how, like, so each mirror can pan tilt, right? I think each mirror can micro pan tilt, and by micro I mean like nanometers or something. It's like 100 nanometers or something. It's ridiculous. The pan tilt resolution of the each hexagonal tile thing. It's absolutely incredible. But can they also move in and out as well? Can somebody do a fact check on that? Can they actually move in and out? Because that would adjust the focus. Because some of them are in focus, some of them are out of focus. So and you've only got the one sub reflector at the end, don't you? That then reflects back. So it doesn't have all micro mirrors in it. So can somebody give me a fact check on that? Oh, quick question. Since the removal of dislike count, did you see changes in like discount like? I don't think so. I haven't been looking that hard, but I have been looking. I haven't done any data, I haven't actually analysed data and compared previously, but I don't think so. I think people are still disliking them at the same ratio. So, yeah, I'd be stunned if there's not a small drop. But no, people are definitely still disliking my videos. So yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm caught up on the comments. Yes, they can. It's a hexapod. X, Y, and Z, and tilt and rotation. Right. So it's not just X, Y, it's also Z. Yeah. There's a full 6 degrees of freedom on each secondary mirror. Yeah, okay. Right, so that's why they have to adjust the focus. That's really cool, man. That is great. Seven-axis movement. Yeah. Can actually move each focal point. That's great. That is, wow. So impressive. Yeah, I thought they had to. I thought there was no way, like some could be in focus and some out of focus if they only had like an XY tilt thing. 10 nanometer increments. There it is. 10 nanometer increments in 6 degrees of motion. Yeah, being able to, as well as being able to deform the mirror. I assume that's, how would you deform it? Is that just like, isn't that just pushing it in and out or something? That's just, man, that's freaky. That's freaky, amazing technology. And it all worked. Like the 200 bolt and the 200 explosive bolts had to release to, like, and the 50, 100, I think it was 100 steps or something that they had to go through. And if one of them failed, the whole mission was was bust, right? It's unbelievable. Unbelievable that. Yeah, JST 10 nanometer resolution. Positional actuator and a center curvature. Oh, curvature adjustment. Okay. Right. Wow. Wow. Come on. That's black magic shit. Even, yeah, okay, everyone's saying curvature. Wow. Oh, I heard about that star. What is that star again? Is that the... Oh, I can't remember. Please tell me what it is. It's in the back of my mind. My Aussie friend? Aussie friend, do you mean? State? I mean New South Wales. Sydney. Oh, really? There's a guy on YouTube. He made a 3D model, printed model of the actuators. Wow, cool. No, of course they didn't resolve anything. It was bullshit. It was to protect their large corporate and government creators. The White House was getting absolutely demolished, like 100-to-1 dislike ratio. They were getting ratioed to hell. And so were all the big corporate companies, all the new woke movie studios and everything. They were getting flogged to hell, ratioed to hell and back. That's why they did it. It's not to protect the individual creator. It has nothing to do with it. And it was so blatant. It was so, everyone knows it. Every YouTube creator knows it has nothing to do with it. Because nobody knows a YouTube creator that wanted this. Nobody knows. There isn't a single one. Isn't a single one who wanted it. You know? Oh, maybe there's some obscure, weird, you know, pink-haired freakazoid or something who, you know, just can't handle any negative feedback whatsoever. You go, yay, this is great. But no. No, nobody, like, you know, nobody... Name any serious creator who actually wanted this. Nobody can. It's just, it's bullshit. Oh yeah, imagine that. Like, has anyone here like worked on space stuff? Like spent, you know, 5-10 years of your life working on it, and then all hinges on one launch. Holy shit, man! Like, oh. Yeah, it's just, I can't imagine it. Wow. They just push-pull the center, do they? Wow, so it's made of gold-plated beryllium, right? I think? Wow, push-pull the center, so it gets more or less convex. Surely that's going to distort it, though. I can't see how you could keep any sort of parabolic shape and pull on it, because that's gonna, I don't know, I'm sure they know what they're doing. You just checked the dislike and just tested it. Wow, they can adjust various corners of the mirror to align. That's insane. That's insane. Nah, Paul. I'm still not buying the Mars. Well, I'm not buying the Mars colony shit. I'm not buying it. Elon Musk came out again, and you know they've got this animated vision of what it's going to look like, and there's people standing on the hill of Mars, overlooking the giant Mars city with the big dome, and fucking no. We will definitely put humans on Mars in my lifetime, but there's not going to be a fucking colony there. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. No. Yeah, it's hard to believe that deformable optics works. Yeah, mind blowing, right? I cannot believe that deformable. Oh yeah, did we get an explanation on the methalusa? Is that I can't pronounce that. Methasalar? No, I can't pronounce it. Did we get a... Sorry, I'm not up to date on the chat. Yeah, it was... You're late again, Daniel. You got a note from your mum? Say hi to your mum for me. Oh, the Methuselah star is supposedly older than the universe, is it? But it's about margins of error. Yeah, no, there's so much we don't know. So much we don't know. It's just crazy. Oh yeah, I'm stunned. I'm stunned. Everything's about race these days. Yeah, the only channels that wanted to use the dislike were the dishonest. Yeah, the scammers. Yeah, that's it. Scammers are rubbing their hands together. Oh, you know, there's no dislikes anymore. Everyone thinks that our video's good because it's got all these thumbs up. It's got 1,000 thumbs up, which we paid for. Far out. Okay, I will go. That might be my lunchtime burger read, the Methuselah star. I'm sure I've watched videos, but I actually forget, which is weird. Usually I remember stuff like that, but I'm sure some of my favorite science and space YouTubers have done videos on Methuselah star. I might go look those up. Okay, I better catch up on the chat. Sorry. It's not the solar radiation, Simon. That's not so much of a big deal. Like, okay, if you go to Mars, basically, if it increases your chance of cancer by 10%, that's nothing compared to your risk of actually going to Mars. Like, the radiation is not a huge deal, and they can, have things underground and stuff like. It's not a huge deal in the scheme of things. I guess if you live there your whole life, right? But, if you live there for 10 years or something, 10 or 20 years, yeah, okay, you're going to die from cancer, right? Probably. But, yeah, no, that's solvable. It's not, the main problem with a Mars colony is feeding them, right? Is feeding them. It's just like, shit. And what do you do with all the shit? Right? Yeah, you have to grow your potatoes in your own shit. Yeah, it's feeding them, and and it's such a miserable existence. My God, no, it's just no. Oh yeah, you'll just you'll die from a lack of you just waste away from having no protein. It's just yeah, you can survive, but oh man, why would you want to go there just to survive? Seriously, I can understand wanting to go there to explore and come stay there for a couple of years and come back, in the next cycle or whatever. That's that's fine, and you've increased your chances of cancer by 5%. Okay, so be it. Sign me up, right? But yeah, it's the colony thing is just the colony thing is about as believable as a Tesla robot. Oh, the Tesla bot. That's so meme-worthy. That's great. Oh, my God. The spandex dancing Tesla bot. Yeah, they're never going to live that down. That's great. Beryllium has the highest specific strength of any known material, which allows for really interesting high-frequency resonant properties outside of the traditional microscopic range. Nice. Hey, common sense skeptic in the house. Who is? You want to talk about Mars? Talk to common sense skeptic. He's done no shortage of videos on it. Oh boy. Oh yeah, the Ingenuity helicopter. You see how it just got itself unstuck from the sand? All 4 legs got stuck in the sand. And if you watch the video, you can see it as it flies off. You can see the imprints of it. You can see the foot buried under the sand. It landed in this big sand trap, and it actually got out. Wow, it's great. It's great. Yep. So yeah, the problem with Mars is sure, okay, you got your Starship system, your Starship, right? You get all, huge tonnage you can get to Mars, supposedly, right? If it all works. I still don't like the chances of Starship landing with that big, huge big thing, cylinder with these piddly little landing legs, like landing on Mars and the moon and stuff. I still think that's destined for failure, but I don't know. I'm not, But mechanical engineering is not my thing. So, it's just the vibe of it. Just doesn't, and then it uses the big crane on the side to lower it. But let's assume you can get all tonnage to Mars. Tonnage does not mean that you can grow, all the food you need. Just the food, let alone everything else for a sustaining colony, let alone an autonomous sustaining colony. It'd die. Any colony you got started there, even if we get to have a colony there in 200-300 years time, it still will not be autonomous. If resupplies from Earth fail for parts, materials, replacements, everything like that, you can't construct them on Mars. It's just, you don't have the infrastructure. People don't realize the infrastructure that goes into just making everything around us, the clothes we wear, these glasses, that goes into just everything common that you take for granted. You don't realize these supply chains and the manufacturing chains and the processes and systems and people, that massive number of people that go into making this bit of plastic. Right? Okay. Well, that's probably a bad example because you can recycle stuff like this and then 3D print it. Okay. But, anything basic you're talking about, anything. Just the supply chain systems and people involved in that is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So, yeah. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, the Hubble, that was amazing. And they fixed it. And then it became a groundbreaking telescope. Yeah. But imagine being the... Did anyone... Can someone do a fact check? Did anyone lose their job over that? Did anyone get fired for the Hubble mistake? Did anyone... like the project leader or someone? Did anyone... Can someone do a fact check? Did anyone lose their job over that? I'm sure Anton Petrov, that'd be the first channel I check out, would be Anton's channel, would check out for something on the method. Yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure I've seen one of his videos on that. I'll have to go re-watch it at lunchtime, eating my burger. Oh, I may sneeze. No. Oh, I hate that. I hate when you have to sneeze and you don't. And then it's just annoying. I'd rather just get out. Do I have any recommendations on 230-volt energy monitoring system? Well, I've got the... someone help me out. What's the name of my monitoring system? I've only got 3 monitoring systems. Solar Analytics monitoring system. That's just one of them. But you have to pay like I just renewed it for 5 years. I think I paid like $100 for 5 years to renew it or something to get all the data. And uses a 3G SIM system. But other ones that, other better ones that tie into your Wi-Fi system. But there's tons of them. Sorry, I don't have any recommendations. Yeah, like, just feeding a colony is just insane. It's insane. Just run the numbers on it. My God, it's nuts. Watch The Martian for instructions. Lol. Yeah. What is the point of going there? To explore. Definitely, I fully support going to Mars. I fully expect to see humans land on Mars in my lifetime. Which, how many years have I got left? 30. Right, so the next 30 years I expect to see humans land on the Mars. I think I don't see it happening this decade. It's not going to happen this decade. Like we could do it if you just want to go to Mars. If you just want to go to Mars, there's many plans out there. Robert Zubrin's Mars Direct system could do it. If you just want to get there, you can get there. Like, you can send a couple of people there, walk around, take your selfies, post them on Instagram, do some science, and then hop on the next return thing if they don't die, if their systems, stand. Like, you can do it. We have the capability to do it, but all this colony bullshit is just, it's just, as much like I'm a huge Mars fanboy, right? I've even got the T-shirt, "Get your ass to Mars," right? But it's not, the colony thing's not going to happen as much as I want it to. It'll happen on the moon. We'll have a science outpost on the moon, and we'll have tourists on the moon long before there's any resemblance of a Mars colony. Guaranteed. The moon's going to happen. Yeah, Mars is actually pretty boring. Yeah, I don't know why you'd want to go and live there. It's just like you go live there and die. And it's a miserable existence. Eating, you're nothing, you're barely surviving on any scrap food you can. Like, no, it's Jesus. Okay, not caught up on the chat again. Yes, for those who haven't watched it, if you want a good data breakdown, go and watch Common Sense Skeptics video. Or videos, plural. Actually, it can be quite warm. Actually, places on Mars can get to 20 to 30 degrees Celsius, like a nice balmy day. So if it had an atmosphere, you could just walk outside and this is great, Yeah. So there are places on Mars that get to well above freezing point. So yeah, very quite relatively habitable, except for the lack of any breathable atmosphere. Yeah. I don't know. No. The moon is great. The dark side of the moon. The dark side. You can do some great science on the dark side of the moon. Because then it's shielded from Earth. Because the only one faces the Earth. So yeah, you can do some great radio astronomy on the dark side, and probably other science on the dark side of the moon. Yep, which you can't do in a space station. The space station is just bombarded with all the shit we're pumping out, right? So yep. No, the moon we can do some great science on. Yep, that's why I think there's going to be a science base there. And then once that happens, people will want to go visit it, tourists. Or your rich tourists will want to go there. And then once that happens, the floodgates are open. Which I reckon, I'm not going to say it's 100% accurate, but Robert Zubrin's Artemis book is probably not too far off. I don't think it's too far off the actual future of what's, they'll have tourist destinations on the moon. You'll be able to go see the Apollo 11 landers and all the other all the other landing sites and stuff like that. You'll be able to visit these. I have no doubt. That'll probably happen in my lifetime. Solar's not that great. Once again, for a huge colony, how do you power a huge colony, right? Especially if you want to manufacture stuff. How do you power it? Solar, man, you got to have a massive solar array, and then you get dust storms. You got to clean them off and shit. And they're not that efficient. I think you'd probably have to go nuclear. I think if you wanted to go to Mars, I think you have to have small-scale nuclear reactors. If we're serious about putting a colony there, if you're just sending people there, solar's good enough, right? Or some maybe RTGs or something like that. But yeah, if you had a colony, you would need a nuclear reactor, I think. Otherwise, I don't see it happen. You must be new here, CJ. Welcome. Do I subscribe to Thunderfoot? Yes. Yes, I've been watching Thunderfoot for over a decade. And we've even, we've not collaborated, but we both do debunking videos and we both reference each other's videos all the time, be it, you know, Solar Roadways or Fontus or something else. And yes, I actually cop a lot of flack. Usually, you know, from the, you know, extreme left weirdos, right, who just can't handle anyone having a different opinion to them, right? I cop a lot of flack for supporting Thunderfoot, because didn't you know he's an alt-right, blah, 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 blah. I can insert your pejoratives here, right? And yeah, so I actually cop a lot of flack for actually supporting Thunderfoot. Doesn't mean I like every one of his videos. Like, you know, I mean, fucking grow up, right? If you can't handle, like, you know, somebody liking somebody because they make X type of content, it doesn't mean that they support every type of their content. And even if they did, who gives a shit, right? People are so fucking, oh man, so tribal these days. It's pathetic. Grow up. Yes, and he just passed his 1 million subs too. And I took flack. I took flack on Twitter, of course. Of course it's on Twitter. It's always on Twitter. That's where all your whack jobs are, right? On Twitter for actually saying congratulations on your 1 million, hard-earned 1 million subs after 12 years or something. And people attacked me for that, for saying congratulations to Thunderfoot for making his 1 million subs. Oh, fuck off. You know, come on. The Rockwell automation stuff, yes. Bleeding edge. First computer was the ZX81 new for 40 bucks out of a catalogue. Did you buy the kit version? Yeah. You sold it for 60 bucks a year later. Nice. That was a lot of money in the 1980s. I actually don't know anything about Class H. In addition, I don't know what Class H is. I'm behind on my classes. Sorry, I don't know. Yeah, it's some weird-ass switchery thing, right? I don't know. How does it differ from the others? Sorry, I don't know. that is not my field. I'd like to see the figures on how many people have died or been maimed while following bad electrical auto repair tutorials since the removal of the dislike button. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. It'll definitely happen. Okay, I'm catching up. Fatty wants Digikey and Mouser in North America. Yeah, I don't know. I can't make it happen, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it's hard. Well, the same here. Like, this is before you can. Well, you know, we did have Farnells and RS here, but yeah, yeah, it's tough if you're in one of the smaller countries. Like, yep. I don't know. Really, there's nothing local. There's nothing. Obviously, it wouldn't be as big locally, but isn't there like a smaller one, smaller equivalent local one? I don't know. Yeah, it sucks though. That's what you get for being in a small country. Even here in Australia, you know, we have problems getting stuff. Like, you know, it's no, Jose. No, I don't think. Mission to record in not inside Jupiter. No, I don't even think we can go to the moons of Jupiter. I don't think so. Having talked about the radiation before, the radiation stuff before, like the Mars radiation's nothing compared to the radiation you get around Jupiter and on the moons of Jupiter. I don't think we can send humans there. I think they'd be dead. Like, they'd be dead within a day or a month or something, like days or weeks or months or something. Like, I think it's that bad. I think it's that bad. So someone, please fact check me on that. If Common Sense Skeptic's still here, Maybe he's done the research on that. But yeah, as far as I know, the yeah. Yeah, Thunderfoot was, you know, Thunderfoot's not right about several things, which is fine. You know, nobody's right about everything. Welcome to the real world. Just because you're on the right doesn't mean you're a skinhead Nazi, yeah. And I'm not. I am left. For those who don't know, I am left-wing. I've been left-wing my entire life. Yet I'm branded an alt-right fucking Nazi, you know, an alt-right Nazi or something, right? Yeah, it's crazy. People are nuts. People are absolutely nuts. I've done the numbers on that. I've done a video on the second channel, Oscar. There is a second channel video on the high voltage DC link. I did the calculations about, for those who don't know, up in the Northern Territory in Australia, whether they're building one of the world's largest solar farms, and all the energy, or 90% of it or something, is going to Singapore. Singapore are like, I don't know if they're paying, I don't know who's paying for what or something, but Singapore are going to be buying like the energy from Australia. They're going to, and it's going on a huge high voltage DC undersea cable from Australia to Singapore. And apparently, I actually ran the numbers on it, and yeah, there's like a 10% loss or something in the cables and stuff. Yeah, so I've done a second channel video. Yeah, so that's Singapore's thing. We've obviously got the land here to do it. We've got the land and the sun here to do it, especially in the Northern Territory. Holy shit, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's nuts, Michael. The whole world's gone crazy. The whole world's gone absolutely crazy. I can be friends with people. You know, I've got friends who are flat Earth creationists, right? I've got young Earth creationists, right? I've got friends who are young Earth creationists, we totally do not agree, right? But it's, you know, and yeah, I got friends who are, you know, extreme left-wing nut jobs, right? But, you know, yeah, we obviously totally disagree, right? I got friends and colleagues and everyone who are like, we're on extreme ends of things. And, well, I don't think I'm on the extreme end of anything, but I certainly know, I certainly got friends and colleagues who are on the extreme end of things. And I don't disown them. I don't, you know, I just don't agree. Okay, fine. Like, you know, and we can have arguments about it, and that's fine, you know, but, oh, geez. Oh, Perk and Elmer, was it? Which fabricated optics. If anyone's fired, it probably would have been within Perk and Elmer. Okay, yeah, but NASA have to verify it, right? Trust but verify, right? Am I that far behind? No, I'm only 5 minutes behind on the comments. Oh, that's it. Okay, yeah, I think I recall now, Kerry. Yeah, Class H amps change its rail voltage depend on the power draw, makes them more efficient. That's right. Yeah, okay. That's the, yeah, they don't modulate. I don't believe it modulates the power rail, but it oh no, it can, well, it can in real time. It can dynamically change it in real time, so it's more efficient, right? I think that's what the deal is. Yeah, okay. Class H. Yeah, that rings a bell. Okay. Oh, really? Bill Hurd, there you go. Everyone subscribe to Bill Hurd's channel. He's going to have one of the designers of the C64 and Vic on the show next week. Awesome. Sweet. Chris Gamble and I were just talking yesterday when we shot the amp hour yesterday. Normally it's on Friday. Sorry, on Thursday. I'm going to contact Lee Felsenstein and see if we can get him on the amp hour. For those computer aficionados, you'll know that name. I have no idea about Mozilla joining Meta. I have no idea. Like, Mozilla was the thing, right? If you were anti-establishment, right, anti-mainstream, or whatever term you want to use, right, you were using Firefox, right? Firefox was the duck's guts, and now it's like, apparently Firefox is like the worst one you can use or something. I don't know. I don't know. And I actually just, I think I mentioned this on Twitter a couple of weeks ago. I just realized, well, apparently, I haven't even looked into it, but apparently, the Facebook metaverse thing is an actual thing. Like, is an actual, if you've got your virtual reality, I don't know what brand, virtual reality goggles or whatever, but you can actually go into the metaverse. I didn't know it was an actual thing, but apparently it's an actual thing where you can hang out and you can buy a house. You can, I don't know, buy a house with your crypto or something in your metaverse. I had no idea it was actual. I thought it was just like a pie in the sky concept they had. I didn't know it was an actual thing. But apparently, look, I'll catch up on the comments. Has anyone actually tried out the metaverse? Jupiter's radiation belts are nasty. Yeah. I'm catching up very quickly. So quickly I can't even read the comments that are scrolling by. Sorry if you've commented. I'm back up. Oculus. So you need an Oculus thing? No, Firefox is good again, says Fierce Sulking. I can't keep up. Oh, we've got an asteroid passing close, do we? Oh, panic, panic, panic. Some Indian singer did a metaverse concert. Seems one of our failed, what? Oh, hang on, one of our failed Liberal MPs has become CEO there on the metaverse. What, is that a thing? What? Metaverse is a snow crash dystopia meets quarterly conference call boredom. JP Morgan just opened a virtual banking Meta this week. Really? If Metaverse is a first-person Twitter, God help us. Yeah, I agree. Oh my God, there's nothing worse than Twitter. Holy shit. If I could uninvent, if I had a big red delete button and I could delete, any of the big social media, I'd probably delete Twitter, right? I would delete Twitter over Facebook. Would everyone agree? If you had a big red button and you could only nuke one platform, what would it be? For the betterment of humanity, what would it be? I would argue Twitter. I would push the big red button for Twitter. Who's with me, or who would? I guess it'd be between Twitter and Facebook, really. Although all your extreme left-wing nutters would go, oh, let's nuke BitChute or something. I don't know, right? It's a class H, 700 watts RMS per channel on low. Lol. Yeah. Yep, I do. Twitter by far. MySpace. Really? Is that true, Anthony? Canada has a run on the banks, or are you just hoping it does? Yeah, I would pull my money out of the banks if I was in Canada. Yep. Twitter, Facebook. Make a poll. Make a poll. All right. This is this week's poll. I'll do a poll each week. Sorry, I should have had the window open. Shut up. Shut that guy up. And create poll. If you could only nuke one platform, who would it be? Twitter, Facebook. Is there any other one I should include in my poll? Is there any other one? Quick, I'm watching the comments. Is there any other? Twitter, Facebook. Is there any other options? TikTok? Oh yeah. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah. TikTok. You can only nuke one platform for the betterment. How do you spell betterment? Betterment of humanity. Who would it be? TikTok, Instagram. Yeah, okay, I'll add Instagram. Anyone else? MSN, no. GeoCities, no. Snapchat, Instagram, Usenet, no. Tinder. Tinder's not bad. Oh, I can't add any more. Sorry, I've only got 4 options. So I've got Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. I think that'll have to be it. Yeah, I would have to do another one for like OnlyFans and Reddit and Pinterest. You know, yeah, okay. There's lots of good options. Okay. If you could only nuke one platform for the betterment of humanity, who would it be? Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Sorry, it only lets me do 4. I can't add another one. Yep. There you go. Tumblr. GeoCities. There you go. There's the poll. Sorry, it's only on the YouTubes for all you Odyssey people. Who would everyone on Odyssey, for those listening, watching on Odyssey, who would you nuke? Give us your comments on Odyssey. Who would you nuke? I am watching. There's probably a 30-second delay or something going to Odyssey. I don't know. TikTok. FidoNet. Come on, Odyssey peeps. Second Life, somebody says on YouTube. Oh, nuke, not FidoNet. Yeah, I'm talking about... What did my poll say? If you could... Yeah, if you can nuke... Yeah, I said nuke. Yeah. If you could only nuke one platform for the betterment of humanity. Facebook is currently leading at 41%. TikTok, Facebook without a doubt. I'd nuke YouTube, of course. Reddit. And of course, Odyssey says I'd nuke YouTube. But that's not the betterment of humanity. I'm sorry. As much as I understand your hatred of YouTube, no. TikTok is meant to make people go brain dead, so it has to go. I think probably TikTok is the winner. Oh, someone says Twitter or Twatter. Yeah, it's a hard call, isn't it? The poll is officially 161 votes, 27% Twitter, 41% Facebook, 30% TikTok, 2% Instagram. Everyone loves their Instagram titties, do they? Obviously. Or the Instagram, it's not a big deal. It's just, I don't know. It's just tits, isn't it? Is that all that's on? Instagram? I don't know. I do post to Instagram, but I don't use it. It's just photos, right? Isn't a big deal. Although you can, no, I see like celebrities and stuff like posting videos to Instagram. I didn't even know you could do videos on Instagram, but yeah, apparently you can. Delete YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Yeah. Instagram, yeah. Tinder, yeah. Yeah, I would have to run another one. Okay, Povey College is gone. I'm going to block Povey College for spamming my chat. Reddit. A lot of people are saying Yes, I don't understand the Pinterest thing. I don't even understand what Pinterest is. Like, I don't get it. Like, who the hell uses it? I don't. Yeah, it just isn't a thing. Nobody says, "Oh, did you see what happened on Pinterest?" Nobody, right? says nobody ever. It's not a thing. I know it's a tough choice. You can only nuke one. But I did say for the betterment. How do you spell betterment? Did I spell betterment correctly? Probably not. I can't spell. I'm an engineer. I can't spell. Gmail. Watch the world burn. Yeah, my world would be over if I lost my Gmail account. Seriously, I do all my email through there. Done my email on there for 15 years. Like, I should back it up. Betterment. How did I spell it? Did I get it right? I think I spelled it like that. Yes, betterment. Yeah, I think I got it right. Yay me. Yeah, I think I did do it once, Blarg. I think, well, once or twice actually. I did Google Takeout. Yeah, yeah, and it like emails you a couple of days later with a download link or something. I think I did do it. I think I do technically have probably a backup somewhere. It's probably in my backup. I've got a special backup folder. It's probably in there. I don't know. Spelling isn't logical. So good engineers can't spell. Yeah, totally agree. Yeah, like if you email me, it's like dave@eevblog.com. It goes through my server, but then it's automatically sent to Gmail. And so I just do all my email on Gmail because I think it's just like the duck's guts for searching and stuff. It just works. Like it's always, I've been using it for like 15 years. It's great. Yeah, so, and then if you get a reply from me, it'll come from dave@eevblog.com. I've got it set up so that the reply to address is always dave@eevblog.com. But it's actually Gmail that it's been sent from. So, yeah. ICQ. Oh man, I've probably still got my ICQ number. I had a sub-million ICQ number. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I used to date people on ICQ. Who can beat that? Who can beat that? I used to use ICQ as a dating platform. I was a pioneer, I'm telling you. I wrote the book. Oh, no contest. 121 GW or BM786 for industrial use. The 121 GW is not for industrial use. It's not as rugged. Doesn't have as high a cat rating. It's not as physically rugged. Doesn't have as I don't think so anyway. It doesn't have as a higher industrial, higher cat rating. Everything. No, I would use the BM786 definitely. If you're using it in the field, the 121 GW is like a precision lab instrument. It's not really for field use. I do know people who throw it in their toolbox and use it in the field, but I don't recommend that. That was never really its intention. The BM786 would definitely be more rugged. Yeah. That's BM786 is all you need for industrial use, and it's got the field detection and stuff. Like I don't think there's any contest there. The 786 is way better for industrial, but industrial use is almost always in the field, in plants, in factories. Like switchboards and like stuff like that. Yeah. Yep. BM786 for sure. Or the BM235 if you want something smaller. It's also got the EF field detection as well. I have no idea about Windows 11. I have no plan to use it whatsoever. Nope, don't care. Care factor 0. Oh, Jody reckons that humans might be able to survive on Callisto, you reckon, with some shielding. Okay, interesting. Why? Does it have a magnetic field? Does it have a partial magnetic field or something that actually protects it, or is it? I thought all the Jovian moons got, you know, pretty much nuked. No, I think it was I seek you with a K. I think it was I seek you. I think it was seek, not I see you. Am I wrong? I think it was I seek you, and they sorted into ICQ. And it was a dark light. People were fighting over ICQ numbers. You could sell low ICQ numbers and stuff. It was a status thing. I don't know. Can anyone confirm, is ICQ even around anymore? Like, it was... Oh, Whackman's been on ICU for the last 20... No, IRC. Oh, sorry. Internet Relay Chat. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had a 6-digit, or was it a 5-digit ICQ number? I can't remember. I wouldn't even... I've probably got it somewhere in my archives. Isn't ICQ still big in Russia? I don't know. Is it? Hands up to all my Russian viewers. ICQ, yeah, I really enjoyed ICQ. It was, yeah. See, the thing about ICQ is that you could search, like you could search. So, like, you could search geographically for females, you know, right? So that's why I used it as a dating platform. You could actually, that's if they filled out their form and they filled it out correctly and stuff like that. So, yeah, I actually used it as a dating platform. I don't understand what 4-degree temperatures are. That's just... Very rarely would it get 4 degrees here in Sydney. Geez, that would be a freakily cold day. Weather in Sydney, it's still, is it still summer here? Yeah, technically, yeah, February, right? Yeah, it's still technically summer. December, January, February. Yeah, it's still summer here. No, it'd be 25 degrees out there today. Maybe it was 36 yesterday, I think, or a Thursday. 36 on Thursday, I think. It was stinking. The uh-oh sound when receiving a message on ICQ, yeah. Mike ran IRC. Mike's a real man. Ran IRC chat servers. Yeah. Yep. Yep. People who work for the government are told not to have TikTok on their phone for a very good reason. Yep. Communist Party spying on you. I have not heard of Dangerous Dave. No. I shall seek out Dangerous Dave and play it. I have no idea what Studio 54 is. The BM786 is the new Fluke 84. No, it's more like a Fluke 170. Ah, really? Was there Russian spam? Was there just spam all the time on ICQ? It killed it, did it? Okay. I can't remember why I stopped using it. I don't remember. Maybe because I stopped dating. I don't know. I seek you. I seek you. Common sense skeptic. Yep, I am correct. I seek you. Yep, everyone says I seek you. Okay, I'm caught up in the comments. No, I'm not. 39 in Perth today. There you go. There you go. No wuckers. Aren't you guys opening? Perth is opening? Or is opening? They've set a date, March 4th or something. Aren't they reopening? Is Perth reopening? Not in your isolated bubble anymore? MSN Messenger killed ICQ, did it? Facebook won by a mile, did it? Yeah, did Facebook come along and kill it? Maybe. 3rd of March, Geordie. Congratulations, you have freedom on the 3rd of March. Fuck's sake. Yeah, we have to make some constitutional amendments, I think. I think, you know, other countries should probably do the same. We have to make some constitutional amendments. I mean, you can't have states shutting down. Either we're one freaking country or we aren't. Federal should control the borders. I haven't thought about that in all the, you know, because I'm sure there's lots of other things, but like, you can't just have some state being like, we're just going to lock everyone out from the rest of the country, and you can't leave the state. Like, no, like, either we're all Australians or we aren't. And like, you can't have one state decide, have the power to go, you know, look, no, you cannot leave. You can't even leave the state, right? No, it's wrong. Something has to be done about it. Yeah, our states are larger than most countries. Not in terms of population, but yeah, our states are physically larger than most countries. Yeah, yeah. Whoa, I've been going 2 hours. There's my compulsive yawn again. The instruments are still up. I got my wrong. The instruments are still up. Haven't seen them reset. Haven't seen any F in the chat. No, we don't, Michael. States have the power. All of the stuff, almost all the stuff, except for international borders, almost all of the stuff, almost all the problems you guys have heard about, because Australia was the laughingstock of the world. Well, no, Australia was, at one point, the model for the rest of the world, right? Oh, look at Australia, they got no COVID. Like, everyone wanted to come to Australia. And then all of a sudden it flipped, and Australia's the most tyrannical country in the world, right? And now that's changed. There's more tyrannical countries in Australia now, vastly more. No, all the stuff, all the mask mandates, all of the vaccine mandates, that's all been done at a state level. So states have the power. States have the power, just like in the US. Everything's done at but it's even worse in the US. In the US, they have state and then county level. Like, they can actually lock you in a county or something. Well, I don't think they can physically lock you, but they can force you to, you know, shut down your business in a county. They can't do that here. Our local councils don't have power over anything. Our local councils only have power over, like, you know, road construction, you know, and parks and other things, right? So a local council here actually could, I think a local council here could shut down a park. They could say, no, we're going to shut down a park, but I don't think they have the legal power to enforce it without the state backing them. So yeah, everything here is state-based. So basically our local councils don't come into it, unlike the US, where, you know, I hear this a lot in the US, where local counties and districts have also mandate powers, but councils have no mandate powers here. Like, a local council here cannot say you have to wear a mask in this shopping centre in our local district. They do not have any power whatsoever to do that. They just take care of your garbage, you know, your garbage collection, and you maintain your parks and pathways and stuff like that. They don't have any legal power otherwise. But no, yeah, so it's all state-based. Yep. So states can lock their borders to other states, and the federal government can't overrule them. So yeah, it's I don't, but, you know, because our Prime Minister, people don't know this, our Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, he is against mandates. He has come out many times publicly and said, no, we need to get back to normal. We shouldn't have mandates. He said it many, many times. But all of the states have just gone, screw you. We're locking down everything. You still have to wear your mask. You still have to, because a lot of state-based governments, government department, if you're a New South Wales state government department, I know people who work for the New South Wales state government, and they have vaccine mandates, for example, and that's done at a state level. So, yeah. Are we kicking off a huge tourism campaign? Probably. That doesn't surprise me. Australia's, tourism is big. Yeah. So, yeah, we need to shake off that, because we were the laughing stock of the world. Like, this is only 6 months ago. We were the laughing stock of the world. Nobody wanted to come to Australia. It was tyranny central, right? And now, no. Like, somebody talked about Italy before. Someone on here talked about Italy and stuff like that. We don't need, well, I say we don't need. It's state-based. But here in New South Wales and most other states, you do not need, like, there are no vaccine passports. There are, like, it doesn't matter, there are no more vaccine passports to go to a cafe or a movies or the theatre or the sports or the stadium or something like that, right? Except because of the science, music festivals, right? I think it's music festivals. You cannot go, you have to be vaccinated to go to a music festival. Because science, fuck, bullshit, right? Yeah. WA is very special. A huge proportion of industry relies on people flying in and out from isolated locations. At the cost of ceasing production is massive, and the ports pay the national bills. Yeah. Western Australia, because for those who don't know, like, Western Australia is all mining and stuff like that, right? That's where all the lithium is, and that's where everything is, right? Yeah. How's our poll going? 44% Facebook. Wow, okay. 44% Facebook, 24% Twitter, 29% TikTok. Okay, I'm surprised Facebook won. I don't... See, my question was, if you could only nuke one platform for the betterment of humanity, who would it be? Like, make people's lives better. I don't think it's Facebook. I think it's Twitter. If you've never been on Twitter, and Twitter is the source of all political argument and the source of people complaining and censoring and everything else. Like, Facebook is like, I don't, yeah, okay, Facebook are famous for blocking and censoring people and stuff like that, but nobody, like, just read the press, right? Like, if you watch mainstream media, I highly recommend you shouldn't, but if you do, right, it's like somebody on Twitter said this, right? Somebody on Twitter said this. There's an argument on Twitter, right? They'll they'll say that 9 out of 10 times. Only 1 out of 10 or something will, oh, look what happened on Facebook or something. Or, it's probably a bit higher than that. But I reckon Twitter causes more harm to the world than Facebook. But people think Facebook. Okay. Yes, Twitter is a cesspool. It's utter cancer. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes. Yeah, but see, the problem is most people can't handle the 240 characters on Twitter. It's like how many times has somebody said dumb on Twitter, something dumb on Twitter, and they've just been, some celebrity said something dumb on Twitter or some politician, and they've, said something dumb on Twitter, and they got ratioed to hell, and they had to delete their Twitter account, and it makes the news. Okay, that really doesn't happen all that much on Facebook. People will get bullied off Twitter. People don't tend to get bullied off Facebook. They just tend to get banned. I think there's more bad blood on Twitter than there is on Facebook. I think order of magnitude more. Yeah, I know it's rudimentary statistics and all that sort of stuff, but it's just bullshit. It's still just bullshit. And it's not even that if you think about it. All right, I've got to catch up again. What's the best option for buying a BM786? Check out Simon, Sparky Labs. He's in the UK. So I don't know whether or not it's cheaper to buy from him and get it shipped from him in the UK, or it's cheaper to get it from me and have it shipped from here. Don't know. Just anyway, go and check out Sparky Labs site, and then you've got taxes or whatnot. I don't know how that works. Sorry. But yeah, basically it's me or Sparky Labs, unless you can order from Amazon US. They're the only three options. Oh, no, sorry. You can buy a BM786 from Electron. They're in Germany. You can buy it from them. So, but I don't know how the taxes and stuff work. I don't, you know. Taxes and shipping, that all makes a difference. YouTube censoring needs to be stopped too. I totally agree, Anthony. Yet, you know, seriously, go on Twitter. Go on Twitter. Challenge you, go on Twitter and say, you know, Joe Rogan shouldn't be silenced or somebody else shouldn't be deplatformed or something, and you'll get attacked. You'll get attacked. All right? It's guaranteed. Yeah, I don't know why anyone uses TikTok. What the fuck? Like, you gave up Twitter after your 4th banning. I haven't been banned yet. I've been cancelled, or I've been attempted to be cancelled several times on Twitter. It's hilarious. What is the B word, Anthony? £135 on Simon's website. Yeah, I don't know how that works out. See, there's exchange rates, there's taxes, there's delivery. It's like, right. No, sorry, Rob. You only get one nuke button, and you can only nuke one. I'm sorry. But I would nuke Twitter. Seriously, if I got banned from Twitter, I wouldn't care. Like, I probably wouldn't care. I like that quote. Imprisonment starts in one's own mind, or something similar. Yep, I like that. Bring back bulletin boards, yay! Someone says, well, Electron will be the cheapest for Germany. Yeah, probably. What? Was there a shark attack on set? Was there a fatal shark? Was there a fatal shark attack? Was there? I don't watch the mainstream news, so I don't really. So I don't know. Haven't heard. Was there a shark attack in Sydney? Yeah, I watch Marco Reps occasionally. Yep, DAS. Yeah, you're sick of the rules, different rules. Yeah, it's just bullshit. Yeah. But that's the problem. You know, if you're anti-mandate, then you're branded anti-vax. That's the problem. You have to be willing to stand up and say, no, the mandates are bullshit. You can call me anti-vax all you want. I don't give a shit. Piss off. Like, you know, you've got to be willing to do that. Unfortunately, some people aren't in that position because some people will lose their job, right? So, like, there are many people who will lose their job if you go on Twitter or Facebook or wherever and you say, you know, mandates are bullshit, then you will lose your job, right? And it's just ridiculous. on TV is an English guy living in Sydney he got eaten by a shark, did he? Was it a great white? Wow. Yeah, yeah. If they can get people to self-censor, that's the ultimate victory. Yes. Yes, it is, indeed. And so many were so willing. Yes, sir, I will, yes pronoun, I will self-censor. Fools, absolute fools. They don't understand where it leads. Rob is vaccinated and against the mandates. Yeah, oh, mind blow. Blows people's minds. They start twitching. They can't handle it. What? I don't understand. How can you be vaccinated and against mandates? I think there's a few space ups in Australia. I know Newman Space. He does ion engines. Yeah, I've met him. I was going to have him on the show once. Contacted him again, but he didn't get back to me. Yeah, there's probably other space companies. I don't know. See you, Fred Flintstone. You have to do the washing up. Yabba dabba doo. Yeah, it was a great white, was it? Yeah, that's just bullshit. Fuck. Can't believe it. It's wrong. It's totally wrong. And now there's no science backing it. There's no science backing mandates anymore. There's I'm not going to say none, but there's very little. There's very little to back it up. It's just bullshit. It spreads either way. Yes, Aussie, yes, electrons spin in the opposite direction, just like cyclones spin in the opposite direction to hurricanes, to tornadoes, or is it tornado? Tornado in the northern hemisphere. Is this a YouTube feed or straight out of Facebook? Oh, what, you don't agree, Kenny? More fool you. Do I believe in the feasibility of Germany's plan to power the whole country only with solar and wind, basically? I don't think you can. I don't know the details, so, but if it's just solar and wind, I don't think you can do it. I don't think. No, it's technically possible, but no. Doesn't Germany have some nuclear plants? Am I wrong? Talk to your doctor, Ugazan, or make up your own choice. Don't ask others. TikTok is what will destroy today's, what will destroy the world through today's kids. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Joe Rogan will save us. Seriously. Like, I'm deadly serious about this, right? TikTok, what 1 minute videos or whatever, stupid freaking, videos, right? Attention span of 1 minute, and along comes Joe Rogan with his 11 million viewers watching a 3-hour, just two people chatting about, sometimes complex subjects for 2 hours. Joe Rogan will save us. Yep. The podcast will save us. I would love to see Joe Rogan's stats. Does anyone have? Does anyone have? Is there any publicly released info of the demographics of Joe Rogan's audience? Can somebody fact check that? I would love to know. Can somebody do a real-time fact check? 50% of Germany's electrical power used to be nuclear. Okay, well, if you've already got nuclear, why would you throw it away? I don't understand. That seems dumb to me. If you don't have nuclear like Australia, technically it's a different question. But if you've already got nuclear, you just stick with it. I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know. Germany's a big country. It's big for Europe, right? But I don't. It's also got a big population. It's only got 3 nuke plants left. Okay, it was, but it's only 3 nuke plants. What are they from the 60s? Were they? Okay, they went full. They built brand new modern nuclear plants and decommissioned them even before turning. What? Seriously? They built new nuclear plants and they decommissioned them before even turning them on. Are you serious? Germany is a shithole, says someone. What? Germany shutting... Yeah, they shut down their nuclear plants and they're buying coal from other countries, buying coal power from other... What? No. I think if you already got nuclear, the best option is just to stay nuclear. I don't understand. And supplement it, of course, right? But you wouldn't just go shut them down. That's just... Yeah, I know Rogan has 11 million subscribers. I want to know the demographics. What age groups? Simply the age breakdown would be nice. Joe's listenership is 71% male and evenly split between high school and post-secondary graduates. 71, this sounds authoritative. 71% male, evenly split between high school and post-secondary graduates. 57% of his audience report earnings over 50k per year, with 19% making over 100k. That's interesting. Okay, but not... Split between... Yeah, okay, so that's not an entire breakdown, but that's still useful. They closed 6 nuclear power stations. Jesus. The average age of his listeners was 24. Wow. See, that gives me hope for the future. Joe Rogan and podcast will save us. Yep. They'll save us against the TikTok. They'll save us against the 1 minute attention span. Because this is a serious battle. This is a serious battle for the future. It really is. And if you don't understand why, then you don't understand the world that you're living in. Okay? If kids grow up on 1 minute content with an attention span like that, then if you don't understand the consequences of that, well, you know, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. You need to think more about the world that you live in. What is Australia using for power? I can't remember the breakdown. I think we're still majority coal. We don't have nuclear here. I think we're still majority coal. But we have one of the highest home solar uptakes in the world. We have one of the world's leading solar uptakes for homes. It's huge. It's like, last I checked, like 30+% of homes in Australia had solar on their roofs. It's enormous. Yep, correct. I'm living in this shithole. No, I do not believe in the paranormal. Nope. It's about as real as religion is the religious fairy tales. I have witnessed it on our recording. No, you haven't. No, yet. Sorry to tell you, Andrew, you have not. You're mistaken. Okay, there's another explanation. It is on our recording, pure as day. Honestly, really seen it. Must exist. What are your thoughts? No. Send me the video. Okay, what is your recording? Okay, and there will be a dozen explanations that can explain it. Okay. No, and in fact, a friend of mine is one of the heads of the paranormal UFO. See, here's where I talk about, right? I can be friends with somebody who is the head of one of the heads of the Paranormal and UFO and Research Association of Australia, right? I used to work with him, and yeah, I don't mind. It's a fun hobby. If you want to go, it's just not real, right? It is not real. Okay, sorry, but you're either delusional or, you know, you want to believe, right? You want to believe. It's another explanation. I'm wearing a Ghostbusters t-shirt, right? No, sorry, dude. It's not real. The paranormal is not real. Okay? Sorry to burst your bubble. No. Nope. But you want to believe. And I can understand that. Hey, that's cool. You know. Yeah, if you want to go hunting around for ghosts with your PKE meter, you know, which is you can, the electric field meters, they actually do buy, you know, you can buy, like, you know, ghost hunting things which measure the electric field and stuff, and people go around hunting ghosts, and it's a perfectly, you know, investigating UFOs, and, you know, it's a perfectly fine hobby. Go for it. Okay, it just isn't real. Sorry, but fine if that's your hobby. You know, I'd probably go out with you just for kicks, right? You know, it's a fun thing to do, I guess. You know, but it's just not real. Sorry. Yeah. You be glad you got out of the EU. Yep. Congratulations, UK, for Brexit. Yeah. I don't care about the arguments for staying in the EU. Ultimately, you're better off out. You're better off being your own independent sovereign nation. Other podcasts, asterisks, other podcasts are available. Yes, that's why I added Joe Rogan and other podcasts will save us. Yeah, has anyone, another fact check, has anyone really cracked the storage problem? Because as far as I know, every country in the world kicks the can down the road. Many people have tried. The US have tried. They've invested billions of dollars into Yucatan Mountain, isn't it? And maybe other locations as well. And other countries are digging, you know, things in there. But nobody's actually done it, I don't think. Nobody's actually solved the waste problem. They just kick the can down the road for the next generation. They just store it, you know, like, yeah, I'm talking about like long-term storage. And there's technologies to use, like spent fuel rods and stuff like that, and that's cool, right? But ultimately, I think there's so much of it. Yeah. Like, it's certainly doable. No, there are no nuclear power plants in Australia. No, it's been a debate here for 30 years. We've just never bothered. Because Australia has all the natural resources we need. Ironically, Australia is the world's largest producer of uranium, right? So, yeah, it's pretty ironic. I've been against, technically, I'm against nuclear power in Australia, I think, because I think we can do without it. I think we have so many natural sources here that we can do without it. I wouldn't be angry if we went nuclear, but see, the problem is, right, The problem is, the reason it's never happened is because it's too long a time frame, right? But by the time you decide on nuclear power, and by that I say the government decides on nuclear power, the government's been booted out, right? And it's another government, and then another government will cancel it, and then another government might say, oh yeah, we're pro-nuclear power. Another government will say we're anti-nuclear, you know, like, and it takes a decade apparently. Apparently it would take at least a decade for us to. We don't have much in the way of people here who have the knowledge to do it and expertise and stuff like that. Apparently it would take a decade to get nuclear power up and running, at least a decade to get a nuclear power plant up and running in Australia. So yeah, so technically I think we can do without it, but I wouldn't be angry if we went nuclear. Like, it's just... Well, let's just say I am not so pro-nuclear that I'm shouting, Australia must go nuclear, Australia must go nuclear. I'm not that nuts about it. Like, you know, it's just, I think we don't need to, but if we did, I wouldn't, you know, wouldn't really care. Because I'm pro-nuclear. Like, I said, like, 2 years ago, even more than that actually, that we should get nuclear submarines, right? None of this diesel bullshit. We needed nuclear subs. And then the Australian government finally came around and they went, yeah, we need nuclear subs, right? Yep, you are correct. Rich. No one, that's why I was hoping Spotify would actually boot Joe Rogan off. I was secretly hoping, well, not secretly, I said it publicly. I was kind of like hoping that they would be stupid enough to boot him off, because then he'd be twice as popular and he'd be on all the platforms that I use. He'd be back on YouTube, he'd be back everywhere, and I'd have a choice of platforms to watch him on. Right? Yeah. Right? Yeah, he would be hugely popular. He would be twice as popular if he left Spotify. He's already hugely, you know, he's already the biggest in the world by an order of magnitude. He beats all the mainstream media. Yeah, the hard, like Australia, like solar's great here. You know, we've got the insolation, not insulation, insolation to do it. We've got the land to do it. You know, it's like, yeah. Yep. Yeah, but why? Yeah, but like no, like EU countries that are small, you probably can't afford the land, and you get crappy, you know, your weather's crap, and every, you know, solar insulation's crap. A scope is possessed. Nope, still good. Still good. Yep. Hasn't collapsed, so you know, and the 2400 has not failed. I might just release that video. I might just release it because I don't know. But the problem is, I release a video, right? People don't read the comments. Like, I could put a pin, I could put it in the description, not fixed, or I could put it in the description, in the title, the description, the comments, that, you know, that this thing is just good now, and I can't fault it. And people would still comment and email, oh, if you fix the... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's never been a thing here. We've never had that. I can't remember what the system's called. Yeah, to synchronize watches. Yeah, you know, a lot of US watches will have this. That synchronizes what, 400 kilohertz? No, what's the frequency? I don't know. 400 kilohertz? I can't remember the frequency it's at. But yeah, or the name of it. I don't recall. But yeah, I don't know. We've never had it. It's not been a thing here. So if you buy one of these overseas watches, it simply doesn't work here. Well, it doesn't. It doesn't resync its time here. Yeah, we don't have it. Oh, I'm sure it's all political. I'm sure it's all political. It's guaranteed. Of course it's all political. Oh, someone's got stats. Jody has stats. Jody's been good today. Joe Rogan, 27%, 18 to 34, 20%, 34. Right, okay. So almost a third are like young people, roughly. Ish. Okay. Let's hope for the future. Source, radio and internet news. Thank you for even posting the source. Excellent. Yeah, too much solar on a grid. Yes, there are problems. Yeah, we're getting to a point here in Australia where it's becoming a big problem. Yeah, big problem regulating the grid with so much solar during the day. Yeah, yes, it's I tried my hardest. Just down the road here in my business park is the energy control headquarters, you know, all the control room for the entire eastern seaboard of Australia. So all the power on the eastern seaboard is controlled just down the road here, and they would not let me in. They would not let me in. They even have a media person. They have a dedicated. This is the shitty thing, right? They have a dedicated full-time media person, media outreach person, who is supposed to, their job, their sole job, is supposed to be media outreach, right? To engage with media. Who am I? I'm media. I've got 850,000 subscribers, but they would not let me in. They would not let me in. Yet, if I go to their YouTube page, they let in a whole bunch of students, and they film the students looking at the, yeah, you can see, yeah, they didn't approve me based on security reasons. Right? And I said, look, you can check the footage before I upload it, everything like that, and I'll blur out anything you don't want. And on the day you can tell me, don't film that, and I won't film that, etc. Right? I gave them all these options, and they went, no, on security reasons, we cannot have you in here. Yet on their own channel, there's a whole bit of they just let, you know, truckloads of school, you know, uni students, I think, come through, and they filmed it all and they put it on their own channel. And when I pointed that out to them, I was silence, you know. So, you know. Shot in the dark. Does anyone know a site that can number every bit in a value I pop in? Would be invaluable for checking program values of MCU reference materials. Sure, there's something out there. If anyone knows, help out Hanata. Nope. Sorry, Jim. No. I've had weird shit happen. Like, you know, one day I swore I saw my dad walk down the street. You know. No. It's like, no. Sorry. No. You're just, no. I'm not going to say you're weak-minded, but I'm saying you're predisposed to believe. You want to believe. You want to believe in it. And that's the problem. Right? That is your problem. And that's why, yeah. No, it's, sorry, Jim. No. Paranormal's not real. There are no ghosts. There are no, you know, what else does the paranormal involve? I don't know. You know, no, isn't real. Sorry. You know, there's deja vu and all those, you know. It's that's just a glitch in the Matrix, isn't it? Deja vu. Extraterrestrials, I'm sure. I have no doubt there's life forms somewhere else out there, but you know, like I really, like 30 years ago, I thought it was a slam dunk, right? I would have bet money on it 30 years ago that once we listened for long enough and a wide enough coverage, we would find somebody's transmitting somewhere, right? Surely something, the universe is so huge, right? It's almost guaranteed there's other intelligent life out there. I thought it was a slam dunk. All we had to do was listen and we'd find something, but we haven't. Yeah, it's a real bummer. Yep. There's many theories why we haven't, but yeah, they just, like, I'm sure there's life out there. I can guarantee there's life out there. Whether or not it's intelligent and it's got to a point where it can transmit and stuff like that, I don't know. Maybe we're just incredibly rare. Your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them. MVVblog. We've got MVVblog and we've got, what is it? MEblog or something? Hey, Brad's guitar. Does Australia have major fault lines? We do get earthquakes here sometimes, like Newcastle, a city that's a few hundred k's up the coast north of Sydney here. It got racked by a big earthquake a couple of years back, quite a few years back. But generally, no, like it's not, you know, like we can get little, like I've personally felt probably 2 in my entire life here in Sydney. But it's not something that we generally have to worry about. I mean, you know, no. But it can happen. But I don't know how major the fault lines are or how close we are to them. But I don't think, yeah, it's not something, it's not a threat we actually live with much. So, yeah. Yeah, I miss when we could disagree with someone and still be friends. Yeah, it's sad. EU skepticism is considered a right-wing opinion, is it? Yeah, I kind of get that impression. Yeah. Patrick, he's now on record. He's predicted extraterrestrial will be confirmed in our lifetime. By that, let's say 30 years. Well, that's all I'm probably going to last anyway. I don't know. Might last more than that, but yeah, never know. You never know your luck in the big city. Yeah, there you go. Predicted will be confirmed in our lifetimes. I don't know. Well, I think if we haven't heard something now, like, you know, because we've listened to, like, we haven't listened everywhere, and so I think if we haven't heard something by now, I think the odds of us hearing some intelligent signal is pretty low now. I think, like, I would put it really low, like 10%. Like, not even that. I'd put it like single-digit percentage chance of us hearing a signal anymore. Whereas I would have guaranteed that 30 years ago. But now we've listened to, you know, a hell of a lot, right? And there's just nothing. It's just nothing, right? And yeah, so I think I don't expect. Sorry, I'm just sorting my probes out. Look at that. Sex, that sex on a stick. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, yeah. They're the proby ones too. They're the they're the pogo pin ones. They're quite sharp. If you get stabbed by those, you really know it. Yeah. So I think that is not going to happen. I think odds are that's not going to happen by far. But whether or not we find life on Mars, you know, Venus, Europa, something like that, that wouldn't surprise me. I'd still put that at 50%. You know, I don't know. Like, I'm just picking numbers out my ass, but yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I've answered that. Yeah, I don't think we're alone. Like, this, I think there has to be intelligent life somewhere else, but like, as in like our level or vastly better or something like that. But it doesn't mean that, you know, they can, well, they might be able to transmit, but we can't hear them. And they're never going to get here, of course. Like, we're never going to be visited by aliens. It's just not going to happen. Sorry, as much as I want to believe. I want to believe. But yeah. Yep. Yeah, I would not disagree with that, Geordie. Australia should be the nuclear waste, for, you know, charge them an absolute shitload and just dump it in the middle of the outback somewhere. Yeah, can make it. I totally agree that we can make it work and pay. Yep. Of course, we wouldn't do it if it didn't pay, right? It'd have to be big moolah or government, you know, big trade incentives or something, right? It was like, oh, you want to, Oh, you want to dump, or like, you know, we could trade. You dump the nuclear waste here for free, but you have to buy our uranium, right? Or something, you know, like there's got to be like, anyway, yeah, I think it could be made to work and pay as well. I don't know how stable our geology is in the outback, but I believe it's pretty good. I believe there are areas that are, yeah, totally suitable. I think it could work and pay as well. I would agree with that. Yeah. You could just fire waste into space, but the problem is launching. Like even if there's a 1% chance of it blowing up a launch, and then you're screwed. Like if it blows up a launch, you've got the nuclear waste just scattered everywhere, right? It's like, you know, but if you could guarantee the launch, then yeah, just launch it into space. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we've got a couple of small. There's one here in Sydney. The Lucas Heights here in Sydney. It's a suburb. Lucas Heights nuclear reactor. They make medical isotopes and things. Somebody, Geordie says it. Yeah, Lucas Heights. There you go. Yep. All right. No, I'm 15 minutes behind. I'm 15 minutes behind on the chat. I'm going soon. All right. No. There we go. I'm caught up. Just hope the aliens are blonde and pretty. Mutant camel ruse. Just get Superman to do it. Yes. Yeah. Is that compulsive yawn again? Sorry, it isn't you guys. Oh, somebody on Odyssey is quoting Article 27. Is that the Charter of Human Rights or something? Everyone has the right freely to participate in the cultural life of the community, to enjoy the arts and to share in scientific advancement and its benefits. That's Article 27. I don't know that offhand, but I assume that's like Charter of Human Rights, is it? International Charter of Human Rights would be my guess. You wouldn't even need to fire the whoever Vintage Hillbilly. You wouldn't even need to fire the nukes into Jupiter or something. The waste into Jupiter. You just float us out in space somewhere, I guess. It's fine as long as you could guarantee it wasn't on a trajectory to come back. But then again, you can't guarantee that in like thousands of years time frame. Can you yeah, you can probably simulate it, but things go wrong. You know, I think it gets hairy scary when you try and simulate out, you know, 1,000, 10,000 years. So sorry, people 10,000 years in the future. Oops. Which moon video are you talking about? Was it CGI? Guy zooms in and you can see something in a shallow orbit. Oh God, I think I know what you're talking about. Dude, there's no aliens around the moon. Okay. Except on the dark side where the Nazis are hidden. Okay, that's real. Okay, the moon Nazis are real. Universal Declaration of Human Rights, yeah. Simon is trolling me. Somebody's Steambot on Odyssey is linked in the UN Declaration of Human Rights. Yeah, they tend to ignore it, don't they? They love to just ignore it. Countries love to ignore their own constitution, their own Charter of Human Rights. Victoria here, we don't know. Victoria, the state of Victoria here has their own Charter of Human Rights or whatever it's called, right? It's a state-based thing. Victoria. Famously, Victoria, who locked everyone down, right? Who was one of they hit the world news for being the most forceful lockdown in the world in Victoria. And they have a Charter of Human Rights about freedom of movement and everything else, right? They just ignored it. I don't give a shit. When you say moon Nazis, all I can picture is some bloke in a grey uniform sticking his ass and Goebbels out to a car window. Geordie, have you not watched it? Iron Sky. Today's movie recommendation. This week's movie recommendation is Iron Sky. Go and watch Iron Sky, and there's Iron Sky 2. Oh my god. It is great. Iron Sky is great. I'm not going to spoil it. Just go watch Iron Sky. It's about moon Nazis. Holy crap. Iron Sky is great. Yeah, someone else says Geordie has to watch Iron Sky. Watch Iron Sky. It is hilarious. It is hilarious. You haven't seen it? Sign me up. Yep. Iron Sky. Oh my god. It is great. And Iron Sky 2 has a great Facebook reference in it. A Mark Zuckerberg Facebook thing, if my memory serves me correctly. Thank you very much. VDiv, voltage divider. Speaking of aliens, getting a green card in the US changes one's status from non-resident alien to resident alien. It just drops the non but remains an alien. Really? Really? A resident alien? Even if you get the green card and you become... Because a green... Does a green card... No, a green card doesn't make you a citizen, does it? It gives you rights to live there. Is that right? I don't know. I might have that wrong. I thought... Or does a green card mean you're... Yeah, I thought a green card meant you can live there forever or something. Or for... I don't know. Like permanently. They can't boot you out or something. But you're not... you're not a... Oh, and the second one... Oh, no. I won't spoil it. No, I won't spoil the second one, Iron Sky 2. I was going to say it's got... No. It's so good. It's so good. Robo Hitler, because that's... no, it's even better than Robo Hitler. It's even better. I know there is something better than Robo Hitler. And it's Hitler riding something. Let's just say that. Oh my god. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I'm going to have to watch it again. It is movie night, but I don't think the kids would like Iron Sky. Oh, can somebody... Okay, I have to go, right? 5 minutes left. Can somebody try and... Okay, here's the thing. I'll try and explain it. I put it on Twitter a while, just like a couple of months back. I found a movie. It's a kid-friendly kind of movie. I'll try and explain it, and I can't remember the name of it. I want to watch it tonight, I think, but I can't remember the name of it. So can somebody help me out? Here we go. We'll see if the Twitter, we see if the interwebs can figure this out. I think it's a fairly recent one, or is it? Yeah, it could be a new trail. I don't know. Anyway, it involves. I can't remember who's in it, but it involves a kid and a famous older actor who they can jump. They find like a crystal or a medallion or something in an antique shop or something, and it gives them the ability to jump. I don't know if it's jump in time, but no, jump between multiverses or something. It gives them the ability to jump between multiverses or something like that. And there's this whole world out there. There's this whole other world out there, which has it's not Jumanji. It's this whole other world out there. Alice in Wonderland, no. It's this whole other world out there that there's this secret technological future where the elites do something or something. Oh, come on. Jumper? Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland could be it. Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland trailer. I think you got it, whoever that was. Tomorrowland. Yes. Tomorrowland. Thank you very much. Yes. And who's in it? Oh, it doesn't say. It came out in 2015. Okay. Where's the Internet Movie Database? Thank you. Tomorrowland. Yes. Tomorrowland. That's it. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Bound by a shared destiny, a teen bursting with scientific curiosity and a former boy genius inventor embark on a mission to unearth the secrets of a place somewhere in time and space that exists in their collective memory. George Clooney. That's it. George Clooney. That's it. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Tomorrowland. Yes. Yes. Tomorrowland. Yeah. George Clooney. People got it. Everyone got it. Oh, yes. It's got Hugh Laurie as well. Yeah. I think, doesn't it? Yeah. Latest Ghostbusters is great. It's fine. Had all the payoffs I wanted. Well, almost all of them. Yep. Yes, it's got House. It's got House in it. Dr. House. Yeah. Yes, okay. Tomorrowland. Thank you. Tomorrowland. I think that will be tonight's viewing experience for the kids. Is it available? Yeah, oh, it's on Disney, is it? Okay, good. Unfortunately, I had to pay the mouse. It was, oh my God, worst day of my life. Had to hand over my credit card to the mouse because the kids watch so much stuff on the Disney Channel because it's got all the Star Wars stuff and they're so into Star Wars and the Mandalorian and everything else and all the Boba Fett's and like. It's all on there, and I had to pay the mouse. I feel so dirty. I feel so dirty. Yeah, rip Ivan Reitman. Yep. Yep. Thanks for all the classics. Ivan Reitman. Wow. Yep. So many classics. Fifth Element, still your favorite movie? I haven't watched that in a long time. Well, two kids were good in the new Ghostbusters. Andy, the girl, Phoebe, and Podcast. I enjoyed Phoebe and Podcast. Finn Wolfhardt's character, what is it, Trevor? It didn't do anything for me. Like, and the Lucky, whatever the hell that actress's name is, I don't know. She may as well not even be in it. I don't know, like whether it was a script thing and they didn't give them much to do, but I didn't care for either Trevor or the other chick. Like, Phoebe and Podcast were great though. I really enjoyed that. I thought Podcast would be annoying, but no, it was good. So I can't remember the kid's name who plays Podcast, but he's good, and McKenna Grace who plays Phoebe is really good. She's got a huge future. She's really good. How do I feel about the upcoming season of Stranger Things? Unfortunately, we never finished season 3. I think we started and we never finished. I loved Stranger Things. I thought season 1 was, season 1 of course was, best thing ever. I think season 2 was okay, and I've heard season 3 was shit. I guess that's why we didn't watch it. Oh, was that Zendaya? Is it? Is that Spider-Man chick? Is that the same chick from Spider-Man? Right, is that really? Is that the one? Is she the one? Oh. Okay. Yeah, I thought their characters were nothing burgers. I didn't. Yep, still soak testing the. Yep, they survived. Told you. Yes, Neighbours is getting finally cancelled. Yeah, I heard after 40 years or something. Yep. Anyway, I better go because I don't have many hours left. I have to go get lunch. So it's burger and chips today. Damn it. Should I post a photo of my burger on the Twitters and the Instagrams? Yes, my latest one. What about my latest video, Fred Flintstone? Microscope polarizing magic. Yeah, I didn't know what to call it. didn't know what to, I just, I don't know, I lamed out on that. I just released, I haven't checked the stats. Don't know if it's doing any good or not. I suspect it might. I'd be disappointed if that video, because it's kind of interesting, I'd be disappointed if that video wasn't reasonably popular. Rip Harold, yep. Yep, okay, I will post. I'll post a photo of my burger. If I remember. Your burger pic might be the only value Twitter provides today. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it could be. It could be. All right, I've been on here for 3 hours. You know, time just flies. No worries, Geordie. Thank you. Thanks, everyone, for turning up. Yeah, I feel kind of lazy on Saturdays, you know. And, yeah, I have to go because Mrs. EEVblog has her tennis today. So I've got to leave at 2 to pick up, ever since her tennis tournament started again. Yeah, I have to be home at 2. Then I play with the kids while she plays tennis. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining me. And yeah, the poll, I don't think the poll's changed. I think the poll is end poll 46% Facebook. Wow. I'm surprised at that. I'm quite surprised. I'll ask on Twitter. I'll put a poll on Twitter. Yeah. And too bad they only have 4 options, but yeah, I think if you had the other options, I think Facebook still would have won. That's interesting. Facebook, wow. Wow. Fascinating. And anyway, poll ended. You'd love to see me teach Mrs. EEVblog electronics. No, she hates oscilloscopes. She got traumatized by oscilloscopes in science, her science classes. She doesn't like oscilloscopes. Anyway, yeah. Thanks everyone for joining me. Catch you next time.